What's up, YouTube? It's Dr. Chernick here. I'm trying something a little different here. I'm going to be doing, for one, my free comic book day haul. And I'm also trying a different spot. I'm going to try and sort of put my camera on a stand so it's not all shaky and crap. Hopefully it works out. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, so this is my stack. Um, Everything I got for free comic book day. There's some free comics and I also got a bunch of stuff from the bargain bin and such. So let's get started. Just gonna move this pile out of the way. So first things first, I got Image Plus. Sorry about that. I got Image Plus the preview book. I figured with all the stuff I'm gonna buy, they'll give it to me for free, and they did. This is really cool. I'm not usually a big previews guy or magazine guy, but these are really awesome. A lot of cool interviews in there. Some cool previews as well. And there's also these Walking Dead full-page stories. Not a big deal, but still really cool if you're following Walking Dead. But yeah, awesome stuff. Again, that was free, in the spirit of the day. So I'm going to go through my free comic book day free comics. I got Spectrum. The reason I got this as opposed to some of the other titles which you'll be questioning me over, first of all, I got to my store pretty late. It was about 2 o'clock. And by then a lot of the stuff was gone, but I like buying things from smaller publishers. You know, getting the Marvel stuff is cool and all. I don't really keep up with Marvel as much though, so it doesn't really mean as much to me. But getting stuff like this is really nice. Just unknown company, unknown publishing company putting something out. And speaking of which, little contradictory statements here. I got the Captain America book, which is okay. It's got the whole Spider-Man Dead No More thing, which I was more interested in than Captain America. Speaking of captains, being Canadian as I am, I got the Captain Canuck free comic book day issue, number 0. I believe I also bought this on Comixology because it was on sale. Maybe it wasn't number 0, but Captain Canuck's alright. He's an alright guy, I think. This is definitely released digitally first. He's basically a guy named Tom Evans, There you go, you got a chick named Quebec. You got Redcoat. But yeah, he's got a brother as well. Yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff. Nothing groundbreaking, really. Oh, I'm just gonna bring this back up because the art is amazing in Spectrum, which was one of the reasons I also picked it up. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the art is really nice. Let me just get this thing to focus. The art is really nice, and I was actually shocked when I picked it up and looked at it. So that's one of the reasons as well that I got that. Now, my favorite free comic, maybe second favorite, was the 2000 AD. I've never really picked up the magazine, but I've always been a fan of the concept. And basically, you get a bunch of stories. I think there's 6 in total. Great Mike Allred cover. It's not magazine size, which most 2000 AD stuff is, but it made me think, why didn't what are they called? Heavy Metal. Why didn't Heavy Metal make one? Because Grant Morrison's going to be editor in chief there. Well, he is. It's his monthly releases are starting, or is it weekly? They're starting in June, I believe. But yeah, anyway, you get 6 stories here. The first one is a G.I. Joe story. Flip to that real quick. Nice Eric Powell artwork. I think you just did the art. Sorry, I'm having like burps and stuff. But yeah, so you get these 6 stories. I don't know if that's readable. You get these 6 stories. It's just my camera focusing. No, didn't focus anyway. You get Judge Dredd fodder, just 6 small stories, and the cool thing is they give you this QR thing at the end of it where basically if you scan it you get more of the story on your mobile device, which is pretty cool. Now my favorite pickup, I think, Avatarix. Now for those of you that don't know, Grant Morrison has actually been working very closely with this publishing company, Graphic India, which is an Indian company. And this is his second book. His first one I'll talk about later. But this is his second one. Man, these guys are amazing artists. I really should show you. It was a pretty short preview. You get a preview for this book, Avatar X, and then the latter half is a preview for 18 Days, which has already been released. Also by Grant Morrison. But basically, he's taking Indian mythology and putting a North American comic spin on it. And the stuff's really cool. I've been surprised. These have also been digital first releases, now getting put into print. I don't usually buy single issues, but I'm going to be going to pick this up at my local comic book store along with Image Plus. But I think this is my favorite pickup. I really love this cover. It just looks awesome. And I was really glad to see this. I had seen a preview on Comic Book Resources, but I wasn't sure if it was being released. And it turns out it was. It was Free Comic Book Day release. So next up, I got a few Death issues, and it's really sad. I'm going to have to go back to the store tomorrow. I basically had picked up, I found these two in the 25-cent bin. If you can't see, it's the Death miniseries, The High Cost of Living, issue 2 and issue 3. And I was so excited. I was like, oh man, I can't believe I'm finding these. I have these Sandman Absolute editions. I don't want to buy the Death Absolute edition for 2 miniseries. You know, man, what if I can find number 1? So I'm looking through the quarter bins. They were completely out of order. They were just a mess. And I come across this, and all I saw was the word Death. And I saw the number 1 in the corner. And I just said, yes, I found it. I can't believe it. This is amazing. And I get home and I realize this is a different mini-series. So I have 2 and 3 of The High Cost of Living and number 1 of The Time of Your Life. I'm sure I'll be able to find the rest of it soon. I only paid $0.25 for each issue, so I'm not crying over this stuff, but it would have been really dope to at least get 1 mini-series done for Death. I got a few... Oh my god. These are awesome. I got a few random Lobo issues. So that's Lobo 1. It's the Alan Grant, John Wagner run. Part 1 of 4 of Un-American Gladiators, Part 2 of 4. I know I only got 2 issues. Again, they're $0.25 each, and even just getting the 2 issues of Lobo is going to be a lot of fun, just doing his crazy stuff. And I also got this annual for $0.25 as well. Again, who knows, like maybe it even continues in a further issue, but it's going to be just great to read this 1 annual and just enjoy the crap out of it. For 25 cents, I'm not going to complain. So like I was mentioning, Grant Morrison has 2 books out with Graphic India. And I mentioned, I showed the hardcover for 18 Days in my collection video. But I picked up the single issues. They've got, I'll show you guys the art here. They've got great art. Some of the covers are just spectacular. But they're really epic. Basically 18 Days is an 18-day battle that took place from the dawn of the, I believe, Silver to the Bronze Age in Indian mythology. I really dig this. I picked up, this is issue 1. That's issue 1, nice cover there. Let's see if that needs to focus. Yeah, nice cover there. And seriously, I wish I could have picked up more of the, I guess they're variant covers, but number 2. Number 3. Here's a nice one. Number 4. Look at that. It's just beautiful. Some of these variants are just amazing. Number 5, and silly me, I found number 6 at one store. I actually found this cover at one store. Don't worry, I did not pay $4.25 for it. I paid, I think, $1. And these are new issues. These have been releasing now. So this was number 6, the regular cover. And then I went to my other shop and saw this in the quarter bin. I was like, yes, I'm going to get this. This variant is amazing. This Indian cable just looks dope. So I picked that up too. I got 2 number 6s. Number 7. Again, paid $1 for that. All of these were $1 or $0.25 if they have no price tag on them. And these covers were just gorgeous. I was looking at them and I could not believe the amount of detail that were in them. Unfortunately, the interior art is different. It's by the artist who does the regular covers, which are still great. Like, that is awesome. And it's Grant Morrison. I think he wrote the first 4 issues, issue number 10, but he just scripted out the entire series and someone else is doing the dialogue. But yeah, I mean, there's going to be slight spoilers here, but it's this huge action, epic battle book. It's just got great art, great colors, and yeah, it's, Indian mythology is something that I've always heard about and been really interested in just because it sounds so epic. And it just looks even more epic, and with Grant Morrison being so passionate about it, I couldn't say no. So these books are from Graphic India. Issue number 1's 99 cents cover price. So you can get that, check it out, see if you like it. The rest of them, if I remember correctly, are $2.99, which isn't even that bad considering they're the same page count as an Image comic, but honestly unlike anything you've read before. So the finale of my haul is just awesome. I was so glad I found this quarter bin, and I just lost my mind when I found it because it had a lot of this stuff. Swamp Thing. Now, mind you, this is like this is the Nancy Collins stuff. This is about, I got issue 121's the earliest one I found. I didn't pay $4 for it. It was in the quarter bin, which I talked to my store guy about. It's in really good condition. But yeah, this was awesome. Not Vertigo yet, but yeah. So I got 121, 122, and these covers are just to die for. I remember why I loved collecting singles, so it was like single issues so much. Just because the covers draw you in, and they look gorgeous. 123. 124. 125. 20th anniversary issue, wow. Possessed by Arcane. Looks awesome. 125, 126, love this cover. He just looks super stoned. He smoked himself. But yeah, sorry. 126, 127, 128. And these are all a quarter. I was ecstatic. And I guess here they got the Vertigo imprint going. 129. Still Nancy A. Collins, Scott Eaton on art for the most part. Number 130. And I can't wait to dig into these. And they're in pretty good condition for sitting in a quarter box. 131, love this cover too. 131. The only problem is there is a single gap, and I will try to fill it in this coming, maybe tomorrow I'll go. 132. 133, Creepy Kids. Cool. No idea what happens in these issues. I've only read most of the Alan Moore stuff. 134. And here's my gap. I do not have 135. Could not find it for the life of me. I went to 2 stores, could not find it. But I did get 136. And 137. So what I want to do is, they had a lot more stuff prior to 121, which is the first issue I grabbed. And I'm going to try and get that. The problem was it was selling at a different price. So I will pick those up later. This is also just, I'm so excited. I love Swamp Thing. I've never read this stuff before. I don't know what to expect, and oh wow, Demolition Man, jeez. Yeah, I'm just super excited. Yeah, so issue number 136 was the month and year I was born. Crazy. But yeah, that was my free comic book day haul. Pretty big pile, pretty excited. I love this day. It's just fantastic. Sorry, these Sandmen are just here for visual effect. But yeah, I hope you guys had a great free comic book day as well. Thank you for sticking in if you did. Sorry if I took long showing the covers. I forgot how much I love covers. But yeah, until next time, see you guys later. You stay classy, Internet.